Tonight, the pros about getting a flu shot on campus.
Plus, we'll take a look at a new art exhibit. Stay tuned. TrojanVision Nightly News starts now.
From the high-definition digital production center on the Troy campus, with news from Troy University locations around the world, this is TrojanVision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to TrojanVision Nightly News for October 26, 2012. I'm Deatra Montgomery.
And I'm Judson Garner. Thank you for joining us this evening. Many people are affected by domestic violence, and this is generally a topic that's not often discussed. Troy University's SAVE Project's mission is to change that. Amanda Smith has more.
You might not realize it, but 1 out of every 4 women will experience domestic violence in their lifetime. That's why Troy University Psi Chi Psi Lambda, along with the SAVE Project, came together this week to shed light and spread awareness of this social problem. These organizations have been encouraging students on campus to sign a pledge and take a stand against domestic violence.
We are recruiting students to sign a hand for free, and when they sign the hand, they are committed to have nonviolent relationships.
Psi Chi Psi Lambda and the SAVE Project have also been selling bracelets this week that say love shouldn't hurt. All proceeds from the bracelets are being donated to the House of Ruth, and according to House of Ruth prevention educator, seeing students come together and make such a difference is overwhelming.
It means a lot to me personally, and it means a lot to victims who are in abusive relationships.
The organizations also held a candlelight visual Thursday night to remember and reflect on the victims of domestic violence. There were several speakers, including Ms. Boyd, that spoke about their testimonials and where someone who is a victim of domestic violence can go to get some help.
If someone is in an abusive relationship, they need to call their local shelter. Here in Pike County, the shelter is the House of Ruth. If you feel that you may not need to come into shelter, but you need out-of-shelter services, you can come and speak with an advocate, and they will sit down and talk to you about your present relationship.
If you would like to donate to the victims of domestic violence, there will be drop boxes around the Troy University campus where you can donate food, money, or toiletries, along with the black Love Shouldn't Hurt bracelets being sold for $3 on campus for the remainder of October. Amanda Smith, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Troy University's SAVE Project is open on Monday through Friday from 8 in the morning until 5 at night. To contact the SAVE Project, you can call 334-670-3700.
Getting a flu shot is not something a lot of people enjoy doing every year. However, getting one on Troy's campus as an employee or student can have some pros that could possibly ease the cons.
The time of year is upon us where more people may have more tissue in their pockets, more medicine in their cabinets, and yes, the traditionally recommended yearly flu shot. However, every Troy student, faculty, and staff have a chance to quickly get their flu shot right here on campus.
We just come in, sign in, and it takes maybe 5 minutes. We'll give you a shot, give you a Band-Aid, and tell you to have a nice day.
Though the process is a speedy one, everyone still has to cross their T's and dot their I's before they're able to get a shot.
We ask them to tell us their allergies, if they're allergic to eggs, if they've had any problems with any previous immunizations. We also ask if they've been sick in the last few days, and we do this just because if they have a temperature or a cold or anything, then they'll just need to come back and get it on another day.
And though it may hurt some physically, there will be little to no pain when it comes to cost.
I know flu shots can be expensive other places, but here we offer them for free for students. Also, it's convenient. It's right here on campus.
One student nurse expressed how this is a great learning tool for the nursing program and to be able to interact with people on campus.
It's a good experience to get to see a lot of different kinds of people and to be able to educate people about the flu vaccine. And it's nice for it to be so convenient for people who may not have gotten a vaccine otherwise.
One student states that he is more than happy to come and show his support to Troy student nurses that are willing to provide their time and services to everyone on campus.
This is just a wonderful example of that, of one student serving another, or of them serving their community.
Flu shots will be available again on October 31st. Well, Judson, the Malone Gallery on Troy's campus offers students the opportunity to see art from all over the United States.
That's right, Deatra. And last night, students had a chance to hear from the artist whose work was displayed in the gallery. Bailey Major shows us more.
Thursday night, the Malone Gallery of Fine Arts wrapped up the showing of a series of paintings entitled Alchemical Abstractions. Artist Paul Jeans was on Troy's campus to give students a look into his artwork.
He's been in our gallery for the last month. They're basically experimentation with the control of alchemicals.
Jeans works with layering handmade paints on canvases to create abstract images. He also says that the painting process can take a long time.
Pouring on paint, drawing with the brush, traditional brush, and then scraping the paint off until an image, not a representational image, but an image arises, and then I go from there and I try to figure out a way to kind of finish the painting.
Jean says that he started out drawing portraits before he began abstract painting, but his love for painting overcame his drawing skills. He says he finds some of his inspiration from childhood memories.
When I was a kid, I loved coloring and coloring books, and every time I make a painting, I think about that sort of sincere joy and love for playing with images and making images and playing with color.
One Troy University student said that he enjoyed the alchemical abstractions paintings and thought Jeans' hands-on painting process was inspiring.
Things that I wanted to express were things that he had figured out how to express in his life, and that was really cool to me. So the whole process of making it with his hands is really, really cool.
Jeans encourages students who are interested in art to find a medium that they enjoy.
Paying attention to what you sincerely are drawn to or fascinated by in the world is most important, and then eliminating what it is that you think maybe doesn't matter as much.
Bailey Majors, Troy TrojanVision News.
The next showcase put on by the gallery will be on November 8th at Continental Cinemas. A guest lecturer will be in Troy for the premiere of an Oscar-nominated documentary entitled Poster Girl.
And now taking a look at news from around the state, in Birmingham, a jury has returned a $1 million judgment against a former youth minister who was accused of sexually misconduct with a 15-year-old girl in the congregation. The former youth minister of Word of Life Christian Center, William David Webb, pleaded guilty in 2009 to transporting a minor girl across state lines for sex. He's serving a 5-year sentence.
And in Guntersville, a woman was killed in a collision with a driver's ed vehicle. Guntersville police identified the woman as Sarah Moody of Guntersville, who was driving a 1993 Cutlass Sierra. Marshall County Coroner Marlon Killian said she was pronounced dead at Marshall Medical Center. North Sardis High School principal Gerald Beard said the three 15-year-old students were treated and released with non-serious injuries.
And in Huntsville, Republican vice presidential candidate Paul Ryan came to Alabama for a private fundraiser this morning. The event was closed to the public, and an announcement from the Alabama GOP said it cost thousands of dollars just to get in. People who gave $1,000 could attend general reception, and anyone donating $5,000 to the Republican campaign could get a photo made with Ryan.
Still to come on TrojanVision Nightly News, the football team is looking to defend their undefeated record on the road this weekend. Danielle Percival will be in with the details when she joins us with sports.
But first, economic change is what voters want, and Republican presidential nominee Mitt Romney says he's the only one who can give it to them. We'll have that story and more after the break.
Mitt Romney heaps criticism on the president's policies, while the White House insists the economy is moving in the right direction. I'm Tara Mergener at the White House with the latest coming up.
I was looking for something that if I had to take online, I could still take it, but I wanted that personal touch that Troy offers. I needed to be able to work around my schedule because I still support my family full time, and I needed to be able to be flexible, and Troy met those needs.
On campus or online, Troy offers you an extraordinary education with the flexibility you need. Troy University. It's all you need to know.
My name is Jeremy. I am a criminal justice major with Homeland Security. I needed to reinvent myself, and I chose Troy.
Come on, let's go.
Hey, hi, what's your name? You live around here? You're pretty. Where are you guys going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going?
Guess it's about time to get you fixed, sweetie.
Your pets will start getting noticed sooner than you think. Accidental litters lead to millions killed in shelters each year. Help prevent more. Fix at month 4.
From the high-definition digital production studios of Troy University, you're watching the award-winning Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
And now for a look at what's happening across the nation and around the world, we'll go to Deatra Montgomery at the Global News Desk. Deatra.
Thanks, Judson. Since the start of the White House race, voters have said the economy is the #1 issue, and Mitt Romney is banking on that to win. On the campaign trail in background states, he's piling criticism on the president and calling for bold changes. Tara Mergener reports from the White House.
Governor Mitt Romney hit the stage in Ames, Iowa, ready to jump on new economic numbers.
Last quarter, our economy grew at just 2%. After the stimulus was passed, the White House promised that the economy would now be growing at 4.3%, over twice as fast.
Romney pointed the finger at the president's policies and is using the economy to make his closing argument to voters in the battleground states.
This is not the time to double down on trickle-down government policies that have failed us. It's time for new, bold changes that measure up to the moment.
The White House looked at the new numbers as a sign the country is heading in the right direction. The economy expanded at a rate higher than most experts predicted. Vice President Biden told voters in Wisconsin a Romney presidency would erase all the progress the president has made.
We believe for America to succeed, the middle class has to be rebuilt and grow. It's the only way working class people have a way up.
The president wrapped up his own marathon tour of battleground states at a Cleveland airport Thursday night. He again reminded voters of his efforts to help the auto industry that accounts for 1 in 8 Ohio jobs.
If Mitt Romney had been president when the auto industry was on the verge of collapse, we might not have an American auto industry today. We'd be buying cars from China instead of selling cars to China.
The president was off the campaign trail today. He did do a series of interviews with TV and radio stations.
Hurricane Sandy is on a collision course with one of the most populated areas in the U.S. Danielle Nottingham has the latest from Vero Beach, Florida.
Water is being pumped out of an inland lake in Belmar, New Jersey. Officials are trying to protect homes from Hurricane Sandy's floodwaters.
It is a little scary for sure.
New Jersey is preparing for a possible direct hit. Irene slammed many shore communities last year, so they're taking no chances with this hurricane. Bulldozers are reinforcing dunes that shelter homes along the coast.
Well, I think we really have to be concerned.
Sandy's strong winds and heavy rains were felt here along Florida's coast as the deadly storm barreled past the Bahamas. The massive storm was photographed from the International Space Station. Sandy is expected to rumble up the east coast and collide with 2 other weather systems, one bringing Arctic air from the north, creating a monster hybrid storm that could bring heavy rain, powerful winds, and even snow.
You're looking at the most populated part of the country, and if you have the kind of winds we're anticipated, we could see major power outage problems.
The governor of Connecticut is warning his state to prepare for a 36-hour storm.
We need the public to take the storm seriously.
On New York's Long Island, people are buying flashlights, sump pumps, and other emergency supplies as fast as Home Depot workers can restock them.
Better safe than sorry, right?
The Coast Guard is already on patrol, warning boaters about the dangers that Sandy could bring. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, Vero Beach, Florida.
And that wraps things up from the Global News Desk. To see more stories from across the country and around the world, you can tune into TrojanVision Global News right after the nightly news now. Back to you, Jetson.
Thank you, Deatra. And now Danielle Percival joins us for a look at sports. So, Danielle, the Trojans are not only facing a tough in-conference opponent this weekend, but also some potential rough weather conditions.
Well, that's right, Judson. Just heard about it with the effects that possibly Hurricane Sandy could be playing on the game this weekend, but not sure how that's going to turn out. But let's take a look at the matchup on the field.
All right.
1 week after earning the starting role, quarterback Deion Anthony might be forced back into the backup role with the return of Corey Robinson. Now, whether or not the two-headed monster will be back in action is yet to be seen, but the Trojans will need to come out strong against Florida Atlantic on the road this weekend. For the second straight weekend, the Trojans will face a Florida team from the Sun Belt that has an overall record of 1-6. Florida Atlantic is still winless in the conference, but so was Florida International when the Trojans played them and fell behind by 16 points in the second half. Clearly, these teams still have some fight left in them.
We don't need to be stupid, you know. I mean, it's if you look at the tape and check these cats out, you can see where, you know, they can win a game. They can win a game. They could beat us. They can beat anybody that they play.
We can never take a conference opponent lightly. I mean, especially in the Sun Belt. We know how competitive the Sun Belt has become and compared to other conferences. And so it's a week-by-week game, you know, so we definitely can't take them lightly at all. And I know they're a good team.
So if 1-6 is good, 4-3's not bad at all. Though quarterback Corey Robinson knows the Trojans have had opportunities to do better.
You say what you want. We should be 7-0 right now, riding a pretty good wave. But you know, sitting at 4-3, man, it's hard to overlook somebody, man, because shoot, you can lose any game, it seems like, in college football this year.
Troy will be looking to extend 2 streaks this weekend. The Trojans have won the last 4 against the Owls and scored over 30 points in each of those contests. And don't forget,
on the road, we undefeated, so I mean, we pretty confident going on the road. So I mean, we just have to go out there, don't come out flat like we did this week, and hopefully things will work out for us.
We're trying to get to bowl eligible, and we're trying to get to a conference championship caliber, and it can still happen.
Well, one of the biggest things to keep your eye on is how the weather situation is in Florida tomorrow with the approaching hurricane. And Bree Sanders will have more on the forecast coming up in weather. The Trojans and the Owls are set to square off at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon in Boca Raton. Well, 2 teams will be in action in-state this weekend, though not at home. Both soccer and volleyball will be in action against an in-state rival, and for the volleyball team, this isn't the first time they face South Alabama this weekend. Just last week, the Trojans beat the Jaguars in Sartain Hall in front of a record crowd. It took 4 sets last week, and last season when Troy played at South, they also won 3-1. The Trojans will look to make it a sweep against the Jags this season, and Coach Sonny Kirkpatrick knows the match in Mobile will be important for his team.
Saturday's our season. We got a 1-game lead on them for second place. They're in third. If we win, then we get a 2-game advantage, 2-match advantage on them. If we lose, we're tied. They probably own the tiebreaker on us. So the best we could do would be second if everything shaped out the same way. So it's a really important match in terms of where we go for the rest of the season.
The Trojans and the Jaguars will begin play tomorrow at 7 o'clock at Jaguar Gym in Mobile. And the soccer team will be looking to do more than just beat their in-state rival South Alabama this weekend. It's not only bragging rights at stake, but also seeding for the conference tournament. Currently, the Trojans are in 7th, but with a win on Friday against South Alabama and a little help from some other teams in the league, could move as high as 5th. These 2 teams have similar records, with the Jaguars sitting at 8-8-3 overall, 3-4-2 in conference, while Troy is 8-9-2 and 3-5-1 in the Sun Belt. Here's head coach Chris Bentley on the matchup.
And before the tournament, we've got a big game here to maybe improve our seeding. We got South Alabama Friday, and you know, it's an in-state rivalry. It's a game that we got to compete for. So we come at that with a win, and we can seed ourselves higher and hopefully put ourselves in a better place to do well in the tournament.
Troy and South Alabama will meet on the pitch tonight at 7 o'clock in Mobile. The cross-country teams will be running for a Sun Belt title this weekend at the Sun Belt Championships in Bowling Green, Kentucky. The men's side is led by Enoch Karui and Kemper Morton as they lead the charge in an 8K beginning at 11 on Saturday, while the women's team in a 5K that begins at 10. Cross-country coach Jeff Jenkins on this weekend's prospects.
At this point, we know that we have an opportunity, possibly on the men's side, finishing in the top 8. We think we can be there, maybe better. We're kind of keeping an open mind. We're not putting a big number on it. On the women's side, we're definitely hoping to be in the top 8 or 9. We're thinking we can be there, and you know, the athletes are just going to get out there and race. We're not going to have our watches on. We're going to race against the competition and see how we can do.
This is the final competition of the season for the Trojans. NCAA regionals begin on November 9th. So Judson, Diatra, lots of teams in action, though no home action this weekend, but still got plenty of action. Get out there and you can make the drive to Mobile, see the Trojans, but best of luck to the football team as they are in Mobile, as they are in Florida. Hopefully the weather does not play a factor in that game.
Well, thank you so much, Danielle.
Thanks, Danielle.
Coming up on TrojanVision Nightly News, Aaron Taylor introduces us to one of our own, the new Miss Troy University, in today's Trojan Talk.
But first, many people have got big holiday plans this weekend. What's our local forecast going to look like, Bree?
Projections say as we head into the weekend, those fall temperatures are finally here to stay. I'll have more coming up in weather.
I would tell anybody, if you're getting your master's, I would start with Troy first.
It's easy. You can take classes online, you take them on ground.
Because being a full-time mom, full-time dad, and working full-time with Troy, it was just perfect. It worked for us.
On campus or online, Troy offers you an extraordinary education with the flexibility you need. Troy University. It's all you need to know.
We both earned our master's in public administration, and I choose Troy.
We choose Troy.
That's right. We choose Troy.
Yo, check out this chef, right? Right? That's so gay. That's really gay. Dude, look at those hands.
Please don't say that.
What?
Don't say that something is gay when you mean that something is dumb or stupid. It's insulting. It's like if I thought this pepper shaker was stupid and I said, man, this pepper shaker is so 16-year-old boy with a cheesy mustache. Just saying. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
From the high-definition digital production studios of Troy University, you're watching the award-winning TrojanVision Nightly News.
And now Bree Sanders joins us for a look at weather.
So Bree, this past week we've been experiencing some very high temperatures. What can we expect for the weekend and the upcoming week?
As we move into our weekend, it looks like those fall temperatures are definitely going to be here in our area, so we won't be experiencing those higher temperatures anymore, but I'll get more into that in just a moment. First, let's take a look at our campus snapshot. Right now on campus, we see that the sun is setting right over Bibb Graves, so whether you're headed home from work or from class, you can definitely stay outside and enjoy your evening if you please to do so. As we move into our current conditions right now, we have sunny skies in our area, temperatures at 82 degrees, dew points at 55 degrees, humidity is at 39%, barometers at 29.90 inches and steady. Winds are coming in from the east-northeast at about 8 miles per hour. Today's stats, we had a high today of 83, a low of 54. There was no rain in our area. The sun rises at 6:53 a.m. and it should set at 5:59 p.m. Temperatures around the state. Overall, the state is experiencing some lower 80-degree temperatures, upper 70s. Mobile coming in at 84, Huntsville at 77, Birmingham at 80, Montgomery as well as Troy and Phoenix City at 82, Dothan at 83. Temperatures around the southeast. As we take a closer look into our state, we're averaging about some upper 70-degree temperatures. Birmingham coming in at 79, and as we move throughout the rest of the southeast, the Carolinas remaining constant, except right there in North Carolina, that high drops to about 70 degrees. Looking at our temperatures around the United States. Overall, the United States, we're about scattered conditions right now. As we look towards the northwest, here in Montana, the temperatures are about 24 degrees, about a 50-degree difference than what we've been seeing lately. Their fall temperatures as well as winter conditions are definitely headed in their area to stay. Departure from normal. As we go back into the Montana area, they're about 20 degrees different from what they've been experiencing lately, but as we take a closer look towards our state, we're about 8 degrees warmer. So just as the northwest gets cooler, the southeast gets warmer. It's very confusing right now, but as we move into our current surface map, we see this cold front pushing in through the southeast, bringing in those cooler temperatures towards the southeast, towards our area, coming in through the Ohio, Kentucky states right now. A closer look as to what is going on. We see Hurricane Sandy definitely pushing towards the northeast right now, bringing in those precipitation systems around the Florida area. Precipitation forecast over the next 2 days. As a whole, our state will be covered halfway in rain, about 1/4 of an inch or so, especially the northern parts of the state. So if you're traveling up north, or for our football team who will be headed to Florida this weekend, they will be experiencing that rain in their area. Moving into Saturday, however, that rain continues to push out of our area and towards the northeast, ending our weekend on Sunday. That rain continues to push that way, and on Monday that rain stays right there in the northeast, getting heavier and heavier in the New York area, anticipating some very strong winds coming into their direction. On Tuesday, still no rain in our area, but we see that Hurricane Sandy stays right there in the northeast. For tonight's forecast, we have partly cloudy skies in our area, light winds coming in from the north-northwest at about 10 miles per hour with a low of 57 degrees. So tonight will be much like last night. It won't be too cool outside, it won't be too warm, so you can definitely stay outside and enjoy your evening. For tomorrow's forecast, we have partly cloudy skies in our area, intervals of sunshine, light winds coming in from the north-northwest at about 10 miles per hour with a high of 73. Tomorrow, that high definitely drops down to about the lower 70s. Moving into our 4-day forecast, like I said earlier, tomorrow that high gets to about 73 degrees with a low of 44. As we end our weekend on Sunday, that high continues to drop to about 69 with a low of 39. On Monday, still decreasing, that high gets to about 63 with a low of 35. And on Tuesday, that high gets right there to 64. So, Deatra, all this week we've been experiencing these picture-perfect conditions and a lot of warm conditions. But as we head into the weekend and the beginning of next week, those temperatures are definitely going to decrease and go back into that fall weather. So hopefully it's here to stay.
Well, it seems like it's something to look forward to for people that are hoping that colder weather will come in.
I agree.
Thank you so much, Bree.
You're welcome.
All right, thanks, Bree.